Welcome back, viewers. This is the Rangatang, and here we are on the I think it's the 5th installment of Farmer Simulator 22 for Dummies. It could be the 6th, but anyway, we're up here. We're at the livestock. We're on Piney Run for this particular episode. Get some loyal livestock, and today's episode is all about pigs. I was going to do cows, but I thought, no, we'll go pigs first. So anyway, we've got our transport. Normally I don't transport them, I just buy them at the thing, but I thought, no, we'll go through the transport steps. Oh no, hang on. Yeah, if you do that, it'll send them straight to the pasture. I'm not very familiar with this animal dealer. I've never used it, to be quite honest. This is my first ever time, so bear with me. Well, I thought about getting my horses here because they're $500 delivery. So now maybe if I jump out, they may go straight into the ute. With a bit of luck. Okay, so pigs. Now you can see you can buy 2 lots. You can buy them for $200, which means they're no months old, and they'll take at least 6 months before, if they were to produce, which pigs don't, but I think cows and chickens and that take 6 to 12 months to start producing. So we're going to buy the more expensive ones just for this particular thing here. So I'll get one of those, and we'll get a Berkshire. Oh yeah. There they are. Alright. Let's go. Back to the farm. If you haven't ever downloaded or been on Piney Run, it's a fantastic map. It's had quite a few updates. I actually started on it one time, but it's had 2 to 3 updates, and I sort of got sick of restarting again. But the developer has really added some stuff to it, and it's really cool. It started off with just 3 fields. It's got a quarry or a mine way up the top of the map where you can do a mining scenario, and it used to have just the 3 big fields and no buildings. I don't think it had an animal dealer, and that it may have. I think it only had a store, but it's turned out since then that they've added a lot more stuff, and it's, yeah, more fields. It's quite interesting. I think this is the turn off to our farm. We go that way, it looks like we're going to nowhere, so this would be it. Gate's still open. I've got to figure out how to get these pigs out of here and into the pen. Hopefully it's just a matter of backing up. Maybe backing up and pressing the icon. So I bought 3 different types of pig enclosures here. We've got a very small one for if you're just starting out and you're going with the $10 and a ute option, or just a cheaper option. You just want to get some pigs to see what they go like. So I think if we back this up here, I hope it's going to say something along the line of unload pigs. No, let's see what happens. Go here and press on here. Yeah, so select, move to husbandry. See, this is all new to me. Select, no, don't do that. Select, oh yeah, so you got to cross over from it. Hopefully there's some pigs in there now. So it's September year 1, so I think it's the month we started. Are they both in there? Yep, they're both in there. Alright, we're on a winner. We'll just park the ute. Might just run around on foot for this bit here. So there we go, we've got 2 pigs in there. And we've bought them, we've paid $525 a pig. So this is a small enclosure. May as well go through them. So there's quite a few modded ones, and I think there's 3 base game. So obviously you go across to animals, down to pigs. Now the ones that we've bought I think are this little one here, the pig pasture, holds 10 pigs. Show you what it needs, it's only $10,000. Then we've paid $100,000 for the pig sty, which, wait until you see that, it's a beauty. And we got the larger of the two, these are base in-game Giants ones, for $164,000. So we're just going to race around and fill them all up with pigs. I've already taken the liberty to put some food in. So we're going to buy cheaper ones here. We're going to buy the $200 jobs. Oh no, I just sold them. As you can see, I'm good at this. You've got to come back over to this side. So we've got 180, that'll do for a start. Oh, check them all out. Yeah. And we paid $200 a pig. Then we'll head over to this one. Or we might chuck the same in. It's not a matter of trying to figure out, you know, which ones produce best or anything like that. We're just not going to put different sorts in every one or anything. Back to there. There's 180 in there. Okay, so we'll quickly go around the pig pens. The first of them, it's pretty cool. It's got an area in there where they can get out of the sun. You got your trigger, your feed and your water. Now I brought the water over, but there is a water tank that you can get in containers which is supposed to supply water to all your things that need water on the farm, and I think it's free. So to find that container, which we'll have to see if that works or not, we go to productions. No, it's not there, is it? No, it's in buildings, container. Go to containers, and it's a little brown water tank, $3,000. Can supply water tanks with fresh water. So what it tends to do is it'll send it to your greenhouses, and I don't know about animal pens, we'll find out. So on this second of them, which is the Giants in game, don't know if these doors open. Yeah, they do. We can go in with the pigs. And we've got where you drop the food off. It's very cool. There's a slurry point. Yeah, I don't mind this at all. Can you get into the back in there? I'm not quite sure. Yeah, you can. Come in here. Oh, check them out. Living the life. Shut these doors, don't let the pigs get away. Maybe we won't shut these doors. So there we go, there's that, and then we'll head over to the last of them. This is this is something else, this one. This is like the pig penthouse. Once again, we've got the food, we've got where you buy the pigs, we've got the slurry point. It's all fairly simple. I think we've got lights by the look of it. Don't know if they work. That door work? Yep. Oh, I've got a little storeroom here. If you're buying your pig food, you carry it in here. We've got some nice opening gates. Where are the pigs here? Oh. Well, you know where they are. They've all got sense, you know why? Because they're hanging out on the poop deck. Check this out. This is pig heaven. Anybody's ever seen anything like this? Check it out. You got to buy this. It's 100,000. Like fair dinkum. They're up here sunning themselves and getting in the shade and hanging out in the trees. It's unbelievable. Yeah, I love it. I really do. Yeah, I think this opens. Maybe it doesn't. Oh, that bit does. But anyway, so there's the 3 pens, and now I'll be back in the tick and we'll go through what we're going to feed them. Welcome back, viewers. So here we are at it's a pig farm on a different map, because the multi-fruit silo that I normally use to just get all my goods to do demonstrations with has had an update and no longer works properly. But we've got 2 different types of pig food mixes here. But first off, what we'll do is we'll jump into the menu and just see what exactly pigs do eat. So as you'll see here, you got on your right, you got base food, grain, protein and root crops. So your base food's like pig food, then you got grain, which is obviously wheat and corn, root crops, which is, you know, sugar beet and potatoes, and your proteins like soy and canola. So you can, or you can just give them pig food. They will eat any of that, but if you want the proper effectiveness, it's best to get that right. So your best idea there is to make pig food. So I've got some chaff in the back of here, which we don't really need for the moment. We'll just run down here. This is the first of our pig food makers. There are more than this. I think that menu takes a longer time depending on how many mods you have downloaded, it seems to. So in production, just go down here. There's 1 pig food production. That's the other one we have. As you can see, you put stuff in and get pig food out. And then you have the one that we're talking about at the moment. There are more. I just chose these 2 just to demonstrate with. So there it is there. Pig food production takes all those items and makes pig food. So let's go up and have a bit of a closer look. So at the moment we've got corn, barley, canola, sugar beet, sorghum, wheat. It's not making any food at the moment. We have to pick one. Say we go corn. That'll use that particular recipe, and it'll start producing pig food at 120 per cycle. We can get them all running. Now your different recipes: corn, barley, canola, sugar beet, looks like sorghum, wheat, canola, potatoes, sorghum, I think that's barley, and soybeans. Now, I remember coming home once and my wife was giving my good expensive whiskey to my friends, and I remember taking it off her and saying, that's like giving pearls to swine. They just didn't appreciate it. They just scoffed it down and didn't realise how good it was. Well, I feel the same way about giving soybeans and canola to pigs. Like, yeah, that's expensive stuff. You know, you can get good money for those. But if you need to feed your pigs and this is the one you've got, this is what you'd use. But yeah, I don't like the idea of feeding expensive crops to pigs. Like I said, pearls to swine. So what we do, that'll start making some now. We'll jump in our tractor and we'll go to the second of the pig food makers. This one's $20,000. We'll just drop this chaff in. This one's it's a smaller, more compact type unit. So we'll drop in the chaff. Another thing about this game you ever noticed, I suppose you've got to attend your vehicle while you're emptying it. You can fill things up and jump off and do something else, but if you can't empty it while you're doing something else. Which is a bit, that'll do. Otherwise we'll just be here sort of not really what we're here for, to watch that. So we go over to this one. This holds chaff, potatoes and sugar beet and makes pig food. So we go to the marker, the trigger, see chart, and it holds heaps. Look at that, we've got 420,000 litres of sugar beet in there, and it's more or less a bee's dick. Yeah, it's hardly anything in there. There's a ton of pig food. It looks like it holds about 400,000. But the recipe, 1,000 chaff, 500, now it's 2,000 and 1,000, but you're using potatoes and sugar beet, which, you know, what are they worth? About 500 to 600 a tonne. Yeah, and chaff is, well, it's grass. So rather than feeding your good crops to your pigs, just a personal recommendation is I'd use this one. Turn her on, away she goes, and yeah, grass like potatoes and sugar beet. When you do a field, you get thousands of them. So yeah, this is what I recommend for your pigs. So your food, you can just pour different crops into the actual pig pen, or you can get yourself a pig food maker. If I had to, this is the one that I'd suggest. So here we are back again, beautiful. We're back on our Piney Run now, but here's our first two pigs in our small enclosure. Now this one doesn't use straw, which means therefore it won't produce manure. So if you're getting your pigs for manure, yeah, don't buy this one. But this is just like a hobby farm, couple of pigs, you know, just to say you've got some. So we'll jump in our tractor and we'll head over to the second of our pig pens, which is the in-game Giants supplied one. The second of the two. So if we jump off and have a look here, you'll see there that it says straw 0. So what we do is we put some straw. Now I assume the straw goes in here unless there's a straw point. We'll have a look. We'll see what happens when we drive over here. Like most of my vids, it's all trial and error. There we go, straw. So we'll fill that up. So straw adds to their happiness and well-being. But the other thing straw does is they will produce manure. But unlike FS19, where they had built-in manure pits, on 22 you've got to add a manure pit. This seems to be taking a fair bit of straw. Well, there we go, 45,000. So what I mean by add a manure pit, if you're not familiar with that, so you'll get slurry. You'll even get slurry if you don't put straw in there. But what I've found is, if we go into here, and we go across to construction. Now there's quite a few different ones, and you can download your own, you know, just put in manure, and it'll come up. But if we go to silos, and we head along, and just look for something that looks like a manure pit, that's a manure heap. Like as I said, there's a little one here that I use. Here it is here. It only costs $2,000 and it holds 4 million litres. And you tend to put it somewhere close. It overlaps a bit there, so we might try it around the back here. As you can see, I'm good at this sort of stuff. So get it as close as you can, and hopefully that'll work. So back in the tractor and over to the Taj Mahal. I think the straw may go inside here, which could prove to be somewhat of a problem. We're going to need a push trailer to get the straw in here, I'd suggest. See what happens if we use this one. Yeah, well, there you go. So, trap for young players. Look at them pigs sunning themselves on the roof, sunning themselves in the rain. They're loving it. At least they got umbrellas. Can we add straw here? No, we can't. Okay. So we'll just drop this trailer off and we'll be back. So, you would not believe the amount of attempts I've had at this, viewers. But yeah, if you want a pig pen for manure, if the idea is to get manure out of it, don't buy this one. But if we get over on the higher side here a bit more, I'm hoping that we're going to be able to get this to tilt sideways. Then if we stop it, then tilt it sideways again, and stop it. Seems like it's a little bit painful, but if I'd really appreciate any comments on trailers or other ways we could do this, because this is a fantastic pig pen. It's just ruined by this. Don't know about ruined, but makes it a lot harder than it should be. Maybe if you could just bring in bales and shred them in here. I don't know, I'm not an expert on straw in pig pens, far from it. So that's finally empty, and that's as much straw as they're going to get. So I'll drive this out of here. Then we'll fast forward time a little bit and see how our pigs grow. So here we are, viewers. We're at the first, our small little hobby farm pig pen, which we put 2 full-grown pigs in. Cost us $1,000. At the moment, after 12 months, we now have 2, 4, 6, 8 pigs. The older breeding ones, the older pair, have increased from 525 to 925. So it should say, oh, that's the younger one. 18 months old. Well, that's 8. Oh, they were 6 when we bought them. So you can get your ages and your health and your reproduction. So yeah, so far we've managed to get ourselves 6 new pigs, which really have just cost us a bit of food and a bit of water. Probably turns out to be the most economical of a lot of them, because they don't eat and drink as much when there's not as many of them. We head over to our second. This is the Giants in-game one. We'll have to top all these up once we've finished, but doing this, go for another 12 months. We now have the full complement of 270. So there was 180 in there, so that's increased by 90 pigs. They're all different ages as well. They're the 12-month-old ones are worth $650, but we've got a stack of them, I'd suggest. And yeah, and then we've got the younger ones are worth $237. So that's increasing, coming along nicely. Slurry wise, well, let's check manure first. Manure wise, we have almost 60,000 manure in 12 months, which isn't too bad. And slurry, we have 120,000. So it's almost double the rate of the manure. But that's quite a bit of fertiliser. When you think of the price you get for the pigs and the fertiliser that you can save on. You know, fertiliser's what, $1,000 a tonne? So yeah, roughly, maybe more. So then we'll go over to the Taj Mahal. We'll have a look here. So over at the Taj, they need more straw. It's more or less the same picture as across the other one where we just were $650 for the, which would be half of them, and the other half are worth $237. So yeah, they're coming along good too. There's an increase of, it's full, so it's an increase of 250, 180, 70. Probably would have went 90s like the other one. 128,000 litres of slurry, which is a lot of slurry, a little bit more than the other one, with less pigs, which is funny to note. and we've got 45,000 litres of manure. Now, I didn't buy that until about 2 or 3 months in, I forgot. So it would seem that the Taj Mahal has 20 less pigs than the Giants in-game, yet produces more slurry and manure. So there's our first 12 monthly roundup. So what I'll do is I'll keep the pigs going for another 12 months and we'll come back and see what happens then. Well, hopefully we'll get to a sale price by then. Okay, see you soon. So welcome back, viewers. Here we are. We're at the exciting part now. Drum roll. Yeah, September in the second year. This is our little small one. Now, if you remember rightly, we put 2 full-grown pigs in here, and after 2 years, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So it's full, and there are some $1,200 options. So you sell those off. And then you let them continue. They'll be 1,200 within the next couple of months, and then we sell that one off. They're our 2 originals, so they get sentimental, and then that'll just continue to tick over, and just create each time you go there, you'll probably have another 2 to sell. So, and that started off with the 2 originals, and then the rest of those, the other 8, are going to be like, yeah, profit, all profit. Now the water trigger does actually work. It will come from that small water tank that we paid $3,000 for. I've ran this for 2 years just on our trial test server mode thingy on the Dummies thing, and I haven't had to add any more water except for the start. So it either uses it very, very slowly or that works. Now we come over to the second. This is the Giants pig farm, so the one that's included in the game. We'll press on here. Now we started off with 180 like weanlings, the $200 option, not the $525, the 200. So we bought the cheaper option. You can now see that they're 24 months old and the others are 15 months old. The 24-month-old ones are worth $1,200 each. We paid $200, so that's $1,000 of profit, and I think there's 180 of them, so therefore you would then sell them and you'll make sure I'm on the right one. Sorry about that, lost my train of thought there for a second. And that one, hopefully we've got that right. Now we've left with 90, so that's our profit from the pigs. We bought 180, so we've got 90 pigs for free, which will eventually get to 1,200, which means it's more or less it's $1,000 per pig after 2 years. So we've sold our 180 pigs, so that's $180,000 after 2 years. Now it took a fair bit of food and a bit of straw in that, but the added advantage is now you could either go and buy more pigs or you could just wait for these to breed. It's the beauty of pigs. They're very prolific breeders. We've got 114,000 litres of manure. Now this is like more or less free as long as you add straw. Now you have to remember we have to add this manure pip. It only costs $2,000 and it holds 4 million. And then what we've got round the side here, obviously we've got the storage here. We've got the storage pit, and this is between the 2. This is between the Taj Mahal, as I call it, and the Giants one. So we come over here. There's 574,000 litres, which is 500,000 litres more of slurry, and that's from between the 2 of them over 2 years. I think it worked out that it was around 120,000. I think that one did a little more, maybe 10,000 more than the other one. But you're looking at 100 to 120,000 a year in slurry, which I don't know what slurry's worth, but use it for your fields. So we head over here to the Taj Mahal. Remember, this is only 100,000, this one, and remember the problem we had, the straw? You've got to get a side loader or a very low trailer for straw. Maybe you could use a bale shredder. But if we have a look here, find once again, Same deal, we started off with 180, so we've got 70 free pigs. And they turned up fairly early in the piece. I think they may have been there after the first 12 months. So if we go over to here, we'll see they're 24 months old. So we press there, sell. Now we're down to 70 pigs, which was our profit. So there's 70 pigs for free, and we just made $180,000 if I'd sold them all at once. So 69,000 per 60. The other interesting points about this are the manure pit. Now this manure pit missed out a little at the start. I think I went a month or two before I forgot to put it in. So that's 136. So you can roughly say they'd be the same. It'd be about 150,000. Well, no, the other one was 114. So this is 150,000. As I said, this one here for 100,000. It's in my opinion probably better of the two. Plus it's flash as the pigs love it. But you've got that straw thing. If you can get over this straw thing, plus pigs fall out of the sky. If you can get over this straw thing where you've got to go in under here low, which I'm sure we can all get around. I did after about an hour. But yeah, so they're both more or less the same. The bottom line is the pigs, sell them at $1,200, make $1,000 per pig if you buy them. You will get more pigs quicker if you pay $5.25, but you've only got to wait the first, I think, 6 months before the 6-month-old ones are $5.25. So you can save yourself $325 just by waiting the first 6 months. So there we go. There's a bit of a guide to pigs. Are they worth it? I don't know. Like, I think so. As long as you utilise your slurry and your manure, you know, put your manure in your greenhouses or use your slurry to do your fields with, you know, because that might seem like a lot of slurry, but if you decide to slurry your fields and you put your slurry tanker on double application, which means you only have to pass over the field once, they chew through it. They really do. You need heaps. Like, so yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. We'll be back next time with another type of animals. I don't know what we're going to do yet. I'll work it out. And yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. Stay safe and bye for now.